They live there. They are not you. All those fears, all that negative inner dialogue, it's just reinforced pathways. And then catch any one of them. Like I don't have enough time. I can never take care of things and finish things. I'm stupid. I'm too slow. Whatever that is. And I want you to send through the pathway from the prefrontal to the seat there in the depth of your limbic system. Send an opposite image and an opposite statement. Reinforce that pathway, coming from the prefrontal, carrying energy and information, but you are choosing what the content is. Choose to send an opposite message and image and reinforce that pathway. Take a moment just to work on this. And then choose another example and do the same exercise. Okay, let's open our eyes. Welcome back. So this is another way to enter into how we can work with our inner dialogue and bring a transformation to it. I want to show you a couple of miscellaneous things that can also help us out. This is the same thing of working with inner dialogue to release it, but from, let's say, an energetic perspective, from an abstract perspective. This was a energy pass taught by Thijs Abelaar, one of our teachers. And basically, with your left hand, what you do is you take the area. See, when we are caught with a negative inner dialogue, usually it's kind of like it keeps our perspective locked in the frontal area of our perceptual field. That's why we to soften perception and to snap ourselves out, usually what we do is we engage peripheral view, because when the the eyes are flooded with information on the sides. Basically, when we are, you see, it all comes to how we choose to position our perception. Because, again, the eyes are always receiving information from the periphery, constantly. But we have shut off that perception and we only see the front when we are caught in our negative inner dialogue. So by an act of decision, and here we have the prefrontal cortex coming in, we can open the doors to the side to become aware that we are also perceiving from the sides. And when we do that, the more broader camp of field of perception helps us to get unstuck. But another way to do it energetically is to gather all those negative thoughts, as if you were like, imagine, as you know, I have an eight-year-old son, and his bedroom often is a mess. He's playing, or he has a friend over, and everything is completely disorganized in the room. So, as a parent, you go and kind of gather all the mess, and you put it back into a package in these respective places. So with the inner dialogue, we can also have, through intention, we can gather all those negative thoughts and images, and we can wrap them and make like a ball. And so that's what you do. So you are with your fingers. You can use the index and middle finger. You can use also the thumb. But essentially, you are drawing circles, and this is concentric circles, right? Centrifugal. So you are gathering, right? So this goes the same way as the clock, right? So you're gathering, and you can just do it with us. Just doesn't matter if you can identify the thoughts, because right now you may be in an open state. But let's say, imagine that you are like, you had an argument and you're going on and on about something negative. And so you're gathering all those thoughts. So you have to have the feeling that you are picking up and pulling those thoughts into a bag. Gather them between your eyebrows. And you can have the eyes closed and kind of looking inward, and you're just basically gathering. When you have a feeling that you have them in a clump, right? Then open your eyes so you can see me. You, with the three fingers, you slowly pull away from your eyebrow, almost as if it was kind of stuck and glued into your forefront. And you pull away, and then when they've kind of detached enough, you do a gesture to, you just throw them out, right? So you pull it, and then you thrust them out. And that is a way to rally your intent so you can have the purpose and the volition to make this change. And you can, if you're caught, you can do this, and then you can do also the exercise that we did with the eyes closed of sending data, sending energy and information in the form of thoughts or language and images into your brain to transform that pathway. We can hold on to the concept that everything, this whole thing, is a constant orchestra of information and energy flowing in all directions, chemically, electrically, and energetically, and that we can actually modulate that. And we can use perception and choice to do that. So one other thing besides this one that I want to share with you is on a very practical way. If we are trying to, let's say, bring more focus because we are kind of distracted. That's another element in our nervous system, in our brain, which is separate from negative thinking and inner dialogue. This would be, how can I be more present? I'm kind of distracted, I'm foggy brain, and of course there's other things to pay attention to, including the food we eat and so forth. But there's a point that is right at the base of your nose, where the upper lip meets the base of your nose. There. This place, look, with your index finger, just press on it and press enough so that you actually are feeling the bone, the maxillar bone, and also at the same time the beginning of the nose cartilage, right in the angle. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Go into it. Press a little harder, cause a little ache, a little discomfort, and see how your eyes open a little bit and you get more alert. This is a point, let go for a second, it's a point that it's used in the acupuncture system to bring alertness. So let's say you're driving and you're a little bit sleepy, or you have to go into a phone call and you're a little bit foggy brained. You can press here, you can tap. If you tap, the best is to do this shape of the mouth to expose the area, and then you tap. It doesn't feel that comfy, but it's effective. So we recommend it to you. I've used it a number of times, and it successfully does the trick. An alternate thing you can do is to, and this again, not too fun but effective, you flick on the tip of your nose. And that also will wake you up. And a third, even also side thing you can do is with a nail, you can press into, see the nose has a little wing here, they call it the ala nasi. And at the ridge, at the line of the side of the nose, you can dig your nail into it and just keep pressing on it for half a minute or a minute, and it does also the same thing. Okay, so these are some practical tricks to help you out. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. So I want us to spend a little moment on the topic of stress, because stress is it, my friends. Stress is the number one challenge that we have coming on to us. Why? Based on overload of information, sensorial overload into the system. Sensorial overload coming from the outside world onto our circuitry of the mind. And what happens is that, for the most part, our relationship with stress is one in which stress brings us down. It affects us negatively.